Welcome to Financials with Ahawo. It's such a joy to continue this conversation as we talk about family wealth. Last time we were looking at coming together, and today we want to build up on understanding the other. It's a bit long, a mouthful to say understanding the other, but what we're going to be looking at in short is just now that you're working together with others in terms of making certain financial decisions, business, investments, how do we come to a place of knowing what the other person expects and being able to ensure that both goals are being met from the common place of wanting to do well together. Now, as we've said throughout, there's power in unity, there's power in combined effort, and there's power in being able to have someone else carry weight with you. Whether it's financially, whether it's thinking through ideas, whether it's implementing ideas, it does make a difference. But one thing that's key is because this is human interaction, there's going to be an aspect of rubbing each other the wrong way. There's going to be an aspect of a miscommunicated item. There's going to be an aspect of an unspoken item. So how do we maneuver that to ensure that the ultimate goal, which is to make wealth, which is to do well together financially, is achieved? So the first thing is be clear from the onset by having a conversation about what is expected. It's going to be important whether you work with a sibling, a spouse, a friend, a group of friends, to define what do you expect to achieve, what do you expect from each other. Why that becomes key is then it becomes a fallback point when anything else is being discussed to build up. And with that, then we're able to know a bit better, because you never fully understand another person until you really engage and just have a continual interaction, what is basically on the table. And sometimes you say, it's my brother. I mean, what could ever go wrong? But you've never done business with your brother. You've done being siblings with your brother. You've thought about who's going to clean the dishes. You thought about who's going to ask the parents for something. You've had your two plans and executed them together just as siblings. But business comes, or finances becomes a whole other thing that you're doing together. So you need to understand what are the other person's financial habits, what are their financial expectations, how have they been doing their finance to date. Then you're able to know how to come along as you now seek to maneuver together. If it's a spouse, a whole new person, did not grow up together, did not experience the same financial situations in your families, did not see money managed or finances managed the same way. So it means you're also coming in with an expectation that could be hinged off what you experience, but it's important to see where is the other person coming from. If it's again with friends, even better and more important to define, because you're all pursuing all these other goals and have probably come together for one common goal. So it becomes key to understand each other from there. We've come together for this common goal. Why? What other things are these people already doing that could influence how they engage in this common goal? I'll use an example where we have come together with a certain group and we are very excited because we can see the journey ahead and what coming together will do for us. Yet, even as we are making our financial contributions, we have to understand that each person, despite that we have certain amount that should be comfortable, despite that we have agreed on contribution timelines, each of us is at a different place and each of us is pursuing different goals. So we've opened the floor for communication. We have a communication liaison, or the person coordinating us. And it's very key that you communicate to them where you're at, so that even as we're updating and the progress we're making within the timeline we've given, we know how you're working towards meeting that objective. And in that way, it reduces any tensions, or even if there's a tension, it's dealt with in that moment, then we're able to work from a place of a common understanding. I know this is something we will encounter throughout our financial journey, because most times we will not do finance totally on our own. But the place of understanding is going to be key because it's going to be a make or break. And it's going to be hinged off communication. It's going to be hinged off trust. It's also going to be hinged off vulnerability. So all of that becomes key in how you're dealing with other people as you engage together with finances financially. And of course, there are levels of disclosure which don't need to be made. So it's also the place of discretion. You don't have to maybe to all your friends open up, this is what I make per month, and this, not necessarily in that way. But there has to be a level of a willingness to come to where the other person or people are so that you can then build up together. In retrospect, working with other people at the beginning looks like this is going to be such a challenge. But when you maneuver this gradually, understanding that it's a process, then you're able to come to the fullness of the goals you have. But just from the point of that, it's a journey. It's not going to be a start and stop and instantly you get what you want. But just like life, it's going to be a marathon. So it's also going to be good to define the timeline. So are we going to do this for 1 year? Are we going to do this for 2 years? Are we going to do this for 5 years? That definition also enables a better understanding of the other person or people. There's a lot to break down and discuss on this. There's a lot more content on this, but I'm just sharing this to kind of have your mind in that direction of what to expect so that you're prepared and so that you navigate and have better outcomes as you seek to do finances with others. Thank you for listening. It's always a joy to share with you. It's Ahawo. Until next time.